TLDR. We charge up Spellblade. Wham! These two get ATB. We charge up Power Cleave. Wham! These two get ATB. Seriously, that's it. Please send money. Let's take a look at this advanced flowchart here. Really soak in the complexity. What's up, guns? I'm Ricardo Montalban. This video will teach you a simple and powerful ATB generation routine. I like to call it the ATB Loop. Copyright 2025. As previously noted, this routine is performed by alternating between two synergy skills, Spellblade and Power Cleave. All right, class. Hands down. I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, hold on there, Richard. If that's it, then why is this video so long? It's because this topic is dense. The ATB Loop is a routine that evolves as the game progresses. It can be customized with multiple heroes on the roster, several of which have their own variation of it. It also requires a risky playstyle where you have to commit to big windups, and the defensive options are not obvious. But you rest assured, the astonishing ATB gains here will open the door to whole other routines and mechanics. I'm going to show you a couple examples, but the possibilities are limitless. For starters, I'm going to cover the early game routine that uses Cloud, Aerith, and Tifa. This can be unlocked by reaching party level 3, and then acquiring the Melee Blade Folio and Cloud's Folio menu. That'll give you access to two abilities that can be used for ATB looping, Spellblade and Power Cleave. Also, it's a good idea for you to grab the defensive skill Counterfire on Cloud whenever possible. Also, you should unlock Spellbound Blast on Aerith, which is a powerful variation of Spellblade. Also, everyone should probably have Bodyguard unlocked on Aerith at this point. I'm going to cover these skills along with defense in general at the end of the video, but for now we're just going to focus on the good stuff. Spellblade is a skill where Cloud charges up a huge hit. Upon release, he smashes the ground and creates a magic explosion. Like pretty much every synergy skill, it's easy to cancel most actions into it, it teleports the partner to Cloud, and it generates ATB for both heroes. I'm talking zero execution. You just hold block and push a button. You can actually switch targets while charging, and Cloud will keep charging the attack as long as block is held. The ATB gains here are huge. A single hit will generate nearly an entire ATB bar for two heroes. And landing this hit against multiple enemies will increase that gain. But Dick, you ask, can we min-max the damage on that shockwave? It's huge. Well, I've seen bigger, but you bet your sweet ass we can min-max it. Just remember that with synergy skills, you can only enhance them through the hero who activates them. So to min-max Spellblade early game, we're going to use Elemental Materia to infuse Spellblade with elements that counter specific weaknesses, or to generate extra stagger. We're also going to use the enemy skill Sonic Boom to cast Bravery and Faith on Cloud for a big damage buff. Both of these materia are acquired through Chadley's VR challenges. You can get Sonic Boom as early as the Grasslands, and the Elemental Material will require you to jump through some hoops in Junon. It's also easier to min-max the damage because of Cloud's Berserk setup. Berserk increases damage by 30%. Just also remember that Berserk increases the damage that Cloud takes as well, so it's best to save for moments when you know Cloud is safe. Power Cleave with Tifa is almost the same as Spellblade. Pretty much everything I've said about Spellblade applies to Power Cleave. The key difference is that it causes a wide, close-range physical explosion rather than a magic shockwave. It's closer range than Spellblade, but the width of the hitbox makes up for it. So to tie all this together into an optimized routine for Power Cleave, we use Sonic Boom to get a physical damage buff from Bravery, Dodge, Heavy Attack, which is going to zip Cloud to the target. We crash into the ground with Unique Attack, which puts Cloud into Punisher stance. We use Heavy Attack, aka holding basic attack during Punisher to activate Berserk. And wham! We get that brutal damage. You can use this same combo with Spellblade too, but understand that this footage is all early game. I rushed to get here. My kit's not even optimized. I mean, his damage is crazy. And forget damage. The damage here, it's just a bonus. The golden rule of this game is that ATB is what matters. And I'm going to show you one of the reasons why. By alternating between Power Cleave and Spellblade, it creates a routine, a loop, where the team gets infinite ATB. So we use this ATB loop to charge the team's ATB. Spend a bunch of bars on actions, and those actions generate something called synergy bars. And synergy bars are used to activate synergy abilities, which are powerful two-person limit breaks that cast insane buffs. This entire concept of getting ATB with synergy skills, spending ATB to get synergy abilities, is what I like to call a synergy loop, copyright 2025. The ATB loop can be considered a literal example of this concept. It's right here in this footage. This piece of shit here, the Mind Flayer, well, he's weak to synergy abilities. So here I am using the ATB loop, spending ATB to get synergy bars, and then pressuring Mr. Assface with Tifa and Aerith's synergy ability, Define Punishment. You know, the developers, they laid all this out like a hidden treasure map. All of this, the synergy skills, the materia to boost them, even this mini-boss here, are all unlocked and encountered around the same area of the game. So that's it for the early game stuff. If there are any newbies out there, don't be afraid. You're going to get some really light spoilers in regards to skills and characters that you unlock naturally through the main campaign, and that's it. Just keep watching. Later in the game, you'll pick up Yuffie and Kate Sith. Yuffie gives Cloud access to Spellblade, while Kate gives him Power Cleave. With these two extra party members, the team composition suddenly gains a lot of flexibility. You can have teams balanced between physical, magic, or push all in on either. But if you want strong physical damage, you have to fight close range, and if you want magic damage, you're going to have to fight long range. But wait, there's more. Just like Aerith, Yuffie has her own version of this attack called Fox Flame. Unlike other skills, hers is ranged. The damage is considerably less, but the ATB gains are still totally there. Not to mention she can use Doppelganger to get double casts from it. Meanwhile, Aerith has Spellbound Blast, which is a lot like Spellblade, but because of her high magic stat, it's potentially the strongest of all of these skills. Like I said, this is a very flexible routine. It's suited for all sorts of team compositions. But wait, there's more. At around the 2/3 mark of the game, Aerith will gain access to a weapon skill known as ATB Ward. Whenever someone stands an ATB Ward and gains ATB, the entire team gets it. This means that if Spellblade, Power Cleave, Spellbound Blast, or Fox Flame hit while standing in the ATB Ward, it charges everyone's ATB bars. Theoretically, you can charge everyone's bars to full with just a single hit. Now imagine a situation where you're charging ATB bars 2 at a time. You're going to have more ATB than you know what to do with. Now hold on a second there, dick. I tried this out and I'm getting my ass kicked. What do? Well, that's absolutely right. It's really easy for things to go bad with this playstyle. Sadly, there's no such thing as free money. These skills require a huge windup, and heroes can potentially absorb lethal damage. Meanwhile, most of the larger monsters in the game have an attack that can interrupt it. The sad reality of dealing with this is learning through trial and error. You have to stay mobile, pick your moments thoughtfully, recognize the dangerous attacks and wait for them. You know, flyers and fast monsters, they all have their advantages against this playstyle, but you can learn to catch them when they get low to the ground. Or you can just sub in Yuffie with Fox Flame, which you'll never miss. Let's talk about animation cancels. You can cancel these skills during the very first few frames of their activation. The timing is strict, but it can definitely save your life. You can also cancel the windup early by letting go a block, which will make the attack sort of become bleh, but grant you an opportunity to dodge away or whatever. There's also the subject of defensive synergy skills. Cloud can cancel Spellblade early using counterfire, which leaves him open for a second, but it lets him reflect projectiles and get away early. Yuffie can also cancel Fox Flame by using her synergy dodge Ninja Bazooka, which actually makes it very safe. Aerith cannot cancel out a Spellbound Blast, but instead must use her defensive skill preemptively to set up the attack. Her skill, Bodyguard, teleports a teammate to Aerith, who then proceeds to block for her. This gives her about a 1-second window to do pretty much anything she wants. It's the perfect way to set up all sorts of things beyond Spellbound Blast. Just for example, she can position people inside her wards with it. In fact, there's an even crazier application using Yuffie's weapon skill, Windstorm. Windstorm acts just like Wind Materia and Magnify. It'll pull multiple enemies into a pile. So in order to do this, we get Aerith into position. We use Bodyguard to teleport Yuffie, who blocks for Aerith. We use Tactical Mode to activate Windstorm on Yuffie. We charge up Spellbound Blast, and wham, we hit the whole group. Because of the ATB gains, Windstorm becomes free, or even net positive ATB-wise. Meanwhile, Aerith now has ATB for Sorcerer's Storm, Magic Casts, or something like Magnify Wind to suck everyone back up again, and then into another Windstorm, and then another Spellbound Blast, and so on. You use the ATB loop, and you start figuring out crazy shit like this just by accident. And don't even get me started on the subject of Aerith being better than everyone at almost everything. And just consider this video as the introduction to that subject. I didn't even get into how our level 2 limit break makes the team invincible. Seriously, this chick is busted as hell. They're probably going to nerf her or something in part 3. Thanks for watching the video. If you enjoyed it or found it helpful, be sure to like, share, and subscribe. You can check out the full guide that will be the basis for all these videos, called FF7 Rules and FF7 Routines on Reddit. You can also view a short TLDR of this video on my channel. This has been Dick Dixon reporting, and I may be entitled to financial compensation.